When people add fractions, they often want to add the numerators and add the denominators. And don't understand very well why you don't do that. It's really not that difficult. We just use some fundamental mathematics. And when you have a common denominator, you add the numerators. It's not a law of mathematics. That follows from laws of mathematics, and the main law it follows from is the distributive law. So let's take one of the questions that you had on the quiz, a over b plus b over c. We want to express that as a single fraction. Well, we have then, we multiply the first, we identify the common denominator as going to be bc. So in order to get that, we multiply the first equation by c over c, which will give us our bc, and the second by b over b, which will give us a bc in the denominator. So it looks like this. We've got a over b times c over c, plus b over c times b over b, and that equals ac over bc plus b squared over bc. Now, why do we then add the numerators but not the denominators? Because that's the rule? Well, if you know that that's the rule, that's great, but people come into pre-calculus courses not remembering that that's the rule or not being able to apply it to symbolic expressions or rational expressions. Okay, so why is it? Well, pretty plain that we could factor this, okay? We could factor this as AC plus b squared times 1 over bc. Okay, or if you like, you put AC plus b squared over 1 to see that you multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators. And if you do, this is what you get. You get AC over BC plus b squared over BC by the distributive law. So the distributive law tells you that you add these two, but you only have one BC. And of course then, once you've done this, you can multiply numerators and multiply denominators, and you get AC plus b squared over bc. You've added these numerators, your denominator stays the same.